Tell me who's getting all of my, who's getting all of my residual.
Yo, mara nina nilona hayo.
Alright, sanibonani God. Oh, ngiyazwakala jabo. Welcome back to the Soft Network. Sibuyile ke stay talking. And I'm with my fellow yappers today again. Manje sino Hector namhlanje azi ukuthi siyamhlasela noma kanjani.
Mina ngihlasile.
Ngoba kusasa ama-abuse.
Ngiyanicela.
Ngoba angazi mfethu. Ubukhona nje last week ubungekho guys.
Yeah.
Usuyakhokha. Usuyakhokha
You
lithi last
paid
week
for
vele.
last week.
But I
Exactly.
wasn't okay last week. It's not my fault.
shame.
Wena okay ngama last minute mfethu. Ayikho nje indaba yakho.
Suspicious.
Standard protocol. Phethu amahle. Namhlanje guys amahle nibophela iphondo eliphezulu.
Yalbona.
Uzizwa
Funa nje.
Lalela, sway. Lalela.
Mangwokha nje lithi shwi shwi.
phethe omunye sisi la nama attachment issue ngoba umngane wakhe akekho.
Yeah.
Kanjani manje?
Wena uthala mangekho uya
Like I'm
like kuba like ngathi sweetie.
Ngi-sweet, mina kade ngijabule.
That's what
Not
you're
a
doing. What you're doing is deceiving the public.
Mina, I'm the most sweetest person. Yazi, someone today said you're so kind.
Hey,
Thank kind.
I take Hector over you being sweet any day.
Any day. Vele, I am sweet.
Him.
I'm a sweetheart. I'm a little sweetheart.
Let's not stretch it. Let's not stretch it.
These are
Kunjani Hector? Yabona ngiyakubulisa. I don't know if I ever bulisa you again. But yabona namhlanje nje ish our timing ish I think we should just dive straight into off
Everything.
your chest, right?
Yes.
Yes.
with me off my chest today.
Esasifubeni.
Skip access for Ben. And we actually have to also continue ish,
From last week.
from last week, yabo.
Yeah, me and
Eh.
last week.
So I think amahle uzobhodla.
Podla, podla.
Because I'm not okay about this with the topic. I don't know if you guys have seen on social media where there's a topic of like people celebrating 21 with no kids.
Uh-huh.
It was
Yeah.
a thing as well last year. People would get birthday cakes for their 21st.
Yeah.
I'm turning 21 this year. I'm gonna do it myself. 21
Same.
with no kids. And people keep complaining, Uguti, somehow that's being rude to people with kids.
Kanjani.
They feel like people with kids they're catching strays.
Exactly, like they're saying. I think one of
They're
the
called
topics was
sperm most.
shaming.
How you can't be complaining about catching strays when you already caught us. You caught something more dangerous.
You know, more dangerous.
How's that more
Pregnancy.
dangerous?
It has more
Pregnancy is the most dangerous thing in the world.
And it's like they're saying it's
For
like
who?
low key shaming
for women.
For
Obviously,
women.
obviously you wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know, Hector.
You wouldn't
Why am
know.
I the only nigga here?
So people are actually celebrating that they're 21 and they don't have kids.
Yeah.
Should
And
Namgo
they feel
celebrate
like
this year?
Si shame abantu abana teenage pregnant. We're not
So
shaming
yasifaka
you.
lapho nje.
We're not shaming you. But if you feel ashamed, maybe
Be
introspect.
ashamed.
Why do you feel ashamed?
Exactly.
Because you know,
If the shoe fits,
Why
Where is
are you
Cinderella?
21 with kids?
Oh,
why nizenza abo Cinderella bangena size?
Exactly. Why when I'm
No.
touched about people celebrating Uguti? Because it is a milestone. First of all, in South Africa, teenage pregnancy rate is so
it's
high.
off the charts.
To
high.
celebrate that you got to the age of 21 without getting pregnant, and most of the time without dropping out of school or anything, you know.
I think gents should also celebrate with the ish, but gents have
I
no
just
way.
realized I made it past
Uzo-
21 without a baby.
You don't know.
What do you mean?
You don't know for sure.
Wait, wait.
All the hands that you've smashed, are you sure it's very ayeko?
They've never
Even the one night stands.
I'm a child of God. I do not do that. I am purely innocent. Purely virgin.
Where?
Purely
No, man, but people shouldn't. It's not that deep, guys.
Bro.
Yeah.
It's like when somebody celebrates having a degree. I would love bayokudleka.
Yeah, because
Exactly.
they worked hard for that.
You must be like Tando. Don't kudleka if you don't have a matric certificate. Don't.
You, Tando.
Not you, Tando.
Not Tando.
Obviously not.
Oh,
Oh, no, matric. We as exposed.
But yeah, they were saying.
Bakondo no uzufike high varsity. Oh, you
The
win.
worst part is that in them being ashamed of the fact that they had kids before 21. They were now making such weird, like horrible responses. Because if you're infertile, just say that.
That's crazy.
Or they were
actually be
saying
happy.
the worst. I think the worst one for me is like they were saying, "Gucci, 21 with no kids, but 1,000 abortions." What makes it?
That's crazy.
Oh,
At least they have kids in heaven.
But even if so,
Those kids
just
don't
because
pay
you
tax, they
just
don't-
because you don't have kids,
you don't pay
doesn't
school
mean
fees,
You
but
have
every day,
abortion.
yeah.
Guys, pregnancy is preventable.
Buy a Sunday school.
Pregnancy
Preventable.
is so preventable.
Every day.
Buy a Sunday school every day. You don't buy uniform. They're in heaven.
Good job, Louis.
Yo, Lou.
But even if they did an abortion, like
Pregnancy is so
it's
preventable.
better than bringing it like a child.
Exactly.
Yeah, it is.
Exactly.
Bringing a child into the world.
You're
that
saying it's
you're not
better to
ready
abort?
for.
It's better
Yeah.
to abort.
If
you
you're not
can't-
ready for the
I
baby.
feel like
Not
that
ready for the
that is
baby.
a personal preference. I wouldn't judge someone always say up. In fact, me, if you're my friend and you get pregnant, you better do it. I'm not
Delete
going to be
the
a godmother ungangicelang
Delete
without
the
my
fetus.
permission.
We're not ready.
Sekumele-
Sekumele.
Sekumele
Bomapampa.
mangicabanga ukuthi mina kumele ngekhayothi sengicabanga ukuthi six pack malini wena ingane yakho ayina purity. Mangithenga ama-purity sekumele ngicabangele ingane yakho because I'm your friend. I cut off friends that get pregnant. I'm so sorry.
Nje, imagine you surviving on NS fast, and when you get that 1.6, half of it should go to
Me.
your
Baby
baby.
daddy's
Ah.
nowhere to be.
If you're a female in my life, like my peers, my friends, if you're gonna get pregnant, me tell her umchito cheese boy.
Hey.
Also inakekele ingane.
Hey, uzoyithatha njengani,
Yeah.
Man, why nkuluma ngathi only my cheese boy nakekela the kids?
No,
You guys-
in likelihood.
You non-cheese boys, even if you nakekela, it's not
You
enough.
non-cheese boy,
Yeah.
he's not
What
a
do
cheese
you-
boy?
What do you mean by that?
Are you a cheese boy, Hector?
Are you
No, I'm not.
Do you know what a cheese boy is?
A man with money. A nigga with
Ballers.
money.
I'm a nigga with
Exactly.
money.
Hector's just
Are you? I'm
he's
not.
just alive.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Hector's you just alive. He's getting there. You see, with gents, I'm not saying only cheese boys, even gents that are like financially alive.
Yeah.
They do
Yeah.
nakekela their kids, but it's not enough.
It's not enough.
It'll never be.
Mara,
Cheese
actually,
boy.
Not
Boys.
enough according to whom?
Cheese boy ungayifonela manje.
Yeah.
Oh, ingane iyabhosha la iphethwe isisu. Afa u2K, mncane futhi 2K.
True.
Yeah.
You must still ask, oh, malini umuthi? And rightfully so.
No, me now, what I'll do, I won't send money. I'll come and get my kid. We'll go to the hospital.
No, you know me now. You know
Yeah.
what I'll do?
Hospital is free. I don't have to spend money.
Public hospital.
Yeah, you say that now. See as you see.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. But at the end of the day, my point
I've
is
gotten lost with baby
pregnancy-
eye now.
Pregnancy is very, very preventable. You
Yes.
should not be shaming people for preventing something that is 100%. Don't act like pregnancy is like an inevitable
best thing that
to
happened to
happen
you.
under 21.
You
No.
see,
Not
what you're doing
everybody
with
gets
sex
pregnant.
when you under
Exactly.
Manje oh
Seven
bangazincintshe.
before boys because
boys bring babies. Yeah, but
Ah, no, we don't.
next day, remember
we
the one,
don't.
guys.
You do.
No, we don't.
You what?
We bring pleasure. The pleasure
Ah.
brings
Yeah, that's also not guaranteed.
There's not
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
period.
most of the time you're not even doing shit.
That's also not guaranteed. Speaking of which, right? So, about people celebrate being 21 with no kids. If you're not married or whatever, Ujola, or whatever, what is like? Is there like an appropriate age for people to like have kids?
25.
27. 27
What?
upward. 25, you're developing your
Frontal lobe.
No.
It starts developing at 25.
But isn't it better to develop easy conning and
No, because
Hey.
it's better for you to get, because you know women when they're pregnant they lose their brain capacity.
Hormones.
So i-capacity angithi ingagcwali masiyehla iyenzeke nje one time.
No, there shouldn't be a specific age. It should be good to you. Once you finish your varsity and you
get a
have like
job.
Financial
People
stability.
Exactly.
I feel like for me, it has to be financial stability. I can't just
Yeah.
just because I'm 25 now
But angithi 20 I say 25 because most people at 25
are established
they-
already.
Exactly.
Stable.
They have a place.
Who's most people?
Not you.
Majority of people.
Not you, Chum.
You're
I'm not even close to 25.
Yeah,
You're
not
not?
you.
Stop talking unk.
You're not.
I'm a few years away from
How old are you, Hector?
Unk. You're an uncle.
22.
Usanuki papa as well.
Have you figured your life? You're close to 25.
You know what
Life,
I
what's
heard?
life?
Do you know what I heard you say? Yo, I don't think you wanna know what I heard you say.
What did- what-
have you fingered your life?
Lou.
That's what I heard. And I'm
You
literally
have 3
just
years to get financially
It's the
stable,
thing.
basically.
Yeah.
Oh, shot clock.
Yo.
You have 3 years.
5
to
years
get
of dating, tired of being patient. What the fuck you waiting for? So, but guys, LMA is so okay. So serious, man.
25.
Oh, 25.
Because most people at the age of 25, they at least have a job.
Yeah.
Maybe not in South Africa, but
Yeah.
what?
Maybe
in
not
general.
In general.
Maybe not in Pumalang.
Yeah. But like Jay, most people
What
at the
do you
age of
have
25, you have a
against
job.
Mpumalanga?
Nothing. I live here.
To stay.
Exactly.
And
How?
you can pay
I see
minimum
everything.
afford.
Hey,
Yeah, I can't
you
do
see.
that.
Mpumalanga is like
I
a town.
can't.
Okay, wait.
Manje, guys. Manje. Okay, so now 25. Ish. Okay, rounding back to last week's topic, right? Yeah, kumbula kate sikhuluma ngopenyo and whatnot, and the tweet that he made to say only virgins should be the ones that get ilobola.
Yeah, Tina.
Mothers and career aspiring women shouldn't. They should just focus on their careers and raising their kids, blah, 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 blah. So in that context, it means with mhlampe, maseng na 25, I should already be married and stuff.
Well, yes, because what he's saying, what I got from that tweet is that he wants people to marry kids. In this day and age, listen, in this day and age, the only people who are virgins are people under the age of 16.
He's
yeah.
not like us.
Shouldn't
He's
be
not
ngale
like
mean.
us. Above it.
No, like we're
I'm
being
saying-
realistic
I'm
in
saying
this
it's
day
a
and age.
problem.
How
In
guys-
this day and
I am
age.
one.
Shooting
I am
it,
one,
Popeye
sure,
me.
but in the general spectrum of South Africa
Yeah.
and the climate right now.
Not even 16, man.
Yeah, but-
Because the age of
16.
consent is 16.
That's what I'm
16.
saying.
You see.
That's
Below
why
that. He wants
to
under
marry-
16. That's why I use 16 because age of consent. Once people see what kids of age, that's why you get old men shellering people in high school uniform because they know they
Yeah.
clock the age of consent.
Men are weird.
Babambele yonto leyo.
Men are weird. When they get old, they want the young ones. When they're young, they want the older
The
ones.
ones the older ones.
No, the old ones have experience.
What's
for
not-
us.
how-
That's
What
what
you do
we
with the
want.
child when you're old? Because now you're going for an
Hey,
an
Mina, I'm
experience
young.
in
I'm young. I'm young. I haven't gotten to that point
Why
yet.
don't you want someone with the same experience as you?
Yeah. Because
Personally,
that's
yo.
how a relationship should be. You guys are
Ah,
learning
together. Sorry.
Ah.
I'm so sorry.
Learn together.
I don't mind, ne?
My mother says that. Learn together.
I don't mind, but personally, if I was to choose between experience and no experience, yeah. Well,
Not no experience. Your experience. Would you say you have no experience?
no experience.
experience.
What does
I wouldn't. As
I
a
wouldn't
no
No
experience girl,
experience.
do not go for
You'll
the
just be
experienced guy.
taking
'cause-
I'd rather
the
that.
hour.
No, because you're gonna be used in that thing because you do not know like anything.
Mfethu, you're gonna be used
Used
regardless.
how?
I'd rather be used
Wait,
because
wait,
ukuthi
wait,
ngiyayuza.
wait,
Hayi
wait,
ukuthi
wait.
ngiyuze ngizitshela ukuthi hayi no sisonke kanti no longer cabanga usuyuza umuntu ongene experience. Woo!
No, wait.
The disrespect, like where do you get the
it's
girl?
good. Like for a relationship, ne? The
What's that
concept
up?
of a
Let's just
relationship is learning things together. It's learning
Exactly.
things together. So
Growing
if when you've
together.
already matured and a higher standard than me, manje, I'm the child in a relationship. It's
Exactly.
like you're babying me. You're like my
For
father,
me,
man.
it's not even a matter of being a child. I wouldn't want to be with
And y'all
someone
do have
that I'm
daddy
on the same.
issues.
No, I have a daddy.
But you guys can paisa together.
Yeah, but what-
Spicer together.
Yeah.
How am I gonna let someone lead me kanti Spicer so too?
Angithi uyakulita kodwa mani
Paisa.
Angithi nobabili nazi mos.
Then akungabi khona ulide omunye phela.
Oh,
No, you guys
exactly my
are
point.
working together.
Oh,
Why is
you are
someone
growing.
leading
I'm
it
so
to
sorry.
someone?
You're growing.
Together.
You want to be
like
led.
I said, why else would I need a man? That's basically the only purpose in my life. Yini enye into ozoyenza uyindoda empilweni yami?
So you have
I
no
want-
direction in your life. and
It's
you
not
need a
that.
leader
It's not like that. It's a matter of like I said this, I can't remember which episode. I dominate in most aspects of my life. Mengizojola, I don't want to dominate.
Real.
Why must I
Yeah,
dominate when there's a
real.
man? Not a boy, a man.
Amen.
But
You see what I'm saying?
a man
So-
wouldn't go for a child because you'll be a child in the relationship.
What do you mean, child? There is a,
'Cause
are you
no,
telling
people
wait,
are supposed to-
whoa.
No, wait.
Are you telling me that abazali bakho abalingani, uma bakho ingane?
No, phela asiyeke le.
You see,
Okay,
that's
what's a man?
Abalingani,
According to you,
Abakho- that's
No, but
okay.
no.
Okay,
That's
if you
okay.
question-
If we
on multiple
indulge in that,
occasions.
okay,
I think
I
that's,
don't want to bash my
it's
dad
subjective.
in camera now. But a man will never go for a child. because you will be a child. And then
But if the nigga is 30 and I'm 25, am I still a child? Come on now, calm down,
Okay,
guys.
I'm saying now, at your age, you're saying, okay, you want to date
I'm still not-
25-year-old.
It depends when you guys met. That's when it gets.
That's
Yeah.
the thing. I'm just saying I wouldn't want someone that has less experience than me if I was to choose.
Okay.
Again,
Life experience.
Okay.
Life, even intellectual capacity, like our intellectual brackets. If
Yeah, I
we-
understand that one.
Yo,
I
I don't think you understand.
Life
You must
experience.
be, no, like I think when I must have a superior banban, you wanna kind of have control in the relationship.
I don't want. I'm an alpha
I do.
female. Oh, I'd like to believe I am. I can't be dominating Ngichol. And then what's the point
relationship.
of
I
the
won't
nigga?
respect
The
you.
thing is,
Thank you.
what you're saying, ne? I relate to it. It's okay, you dominate in every field in your life. Why would you want to
Most, eh.
dominate? But the thing is, it's so hard to let go of control even if you're in that
In that
space, you're in that
space.
relationship. So, Mina, if I'm dominating everyone, I want to dominate in the relationship too.
Yeah, you see,
I run
obviously
this.
it's not gonna
Yeah,
happen
you have to get a
overnight, ne?
nigga-
Obviously it's not gonna happen overnight, but the nigga has to be. And I'm not saying angishaye unganya mfethu.
Angiyalwa mina.
I'm just saying.
Mangani
but
nani.
listen,
Hector.
this thing. There's a difference between controlling a woman and handling a woman.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
an
what's
art.
the
It's a
difference?
skill that they.
You can control
Mfethu,
me without using force, without
Yeah.
using violence and like.
You need to
or
be able to.
everything else.
Mfethu, there's no one that's gonna know your hand
I can
like
still
you.
handle you
It's all
without.
about aura, bro.
So
Hitting
clap
Yeah,
a
with
penalty.
aura.
So clap a penalty.
You say
No.
when I could
Learning-
never take you serious
No, no.
if you were in the relationship. I'm saying now.
What's
I
in
would
your head,
never-
Samaj?
No, I'm serious.
No,
Nam. The
learning
way he's
how
so
to
soft
handle your
spoken.
moods.
He's soft spoken.
He
I
That's
like
learning
them
how
soft
to handle.
spoken, but you
That's
must
handling.
lead.
But it's different
Controlling
in a
your mood
relationship.
swings and
When your hand throws a
learning how
tantrum,
to deal with
when
it.
your hand throws a tantrum, what you do?
I might.
Ah.
It's hell relationship.
No.
Okay, but some hands prefer that.
When she cools
Oh,
off,
no.
we'll
You see,
talk.
there's certain instances where you need to let her cool down. There's certain instances where you put her in her place.
Yeah.
But when you say,
Thing
Okay.
is,
And there's
putting her-
different ways of putting
No.
her in her place.
Yeah, you
Out
don't
you
have to-
kumshaya. You don't have to
yeah.
emotionally abuse her or anything. But you just find a way.
away, heck.
See, that's me being obviously.
We're teaching you, we're giving you
Tips.
manual.
Mhlawumbe
Yeah.
ingakunga last.
Yeah,
You
well.
see,
Utaka last. If I was there, I would utaka last.
Ubuye nje umuntu ojolayo, ubuye nje umuntu ojolayo Hector. Ubuye nje umuntu ojolayo. But ojolayo bayasiveza phela. Uyambona umuntu mejona.
Angijoli.
Uyajola uHector.
Amakuku aleli. So shoot shouting if you want pen.
okay.
Pero there's no ring, there's no. Why aren't you flaunting it around?
Why should I flaunt it around?
Huh?
Yeah,
It's a private
love that's
thing.
most like flaunted is not true.
No, but with a
most of the
ring,
time.
a wedding ring.
Wedding ring for
You
who?
wouldn't want your man to wear a wedding ring.
For who?
For
Sharp,
everyone.
sharp.
Why? Why?
No, Pela,
Sharp.
he needs to be the one who sets boundaries.
This is where I
not
raise my
the ring.
hands. This is where I raise my hands and call it a day.
No, I mean, I'm
Fela,
flaunted.
a ring is
You're
like
not
a
the
collar.
same.
Why do I need a collar?
A collar.
A ring,
Yeah.
a ring is not a collar. It's the symbol of whatever
Your commitment,
unfortunate
your commitment.
No, my
situation
love,
you'll be entering
my love
into.
for her should
No,
be that symbol.
no, I
It's
think
a
I'm
symbol
taller,
for
saying I'm taller.
everyone.
You need a ring.
Why?
Or
know
something
you're
sentimental,
committed.
something.
Yeah.
You can't just ushatile walk around
Why when I
like a bachelor.
I
Uhlazwa
tell
yini?
them.
Oh,
Aye.
umuntu mekubona bona so ushadile. I mean,
Ushadile lo.
ushadile.
And you
But
must
with
have-
the ring.
Yes.
Yes.
Aye.
Ufuna
What's the
ukwenzani
sound?
Hector? Ufuna ukugqoka iweave yakhe yini?
Shela mantombazane mase
Yeah, there must be an indicator which you're off limits.
There is.
Which is
Which is
I tell them I'm off limits.
they must see first. People see what they believe what they see. People believe what they see.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't entertain people like that.
Hey, oh.
That's how they see.
I've engaged with intombo zoshada.
No,
It's like my
man.
sister. My
Okay,
condolences.
okay.
You
My
don't need
sincerest
a ring
condolences.
to show good
My
you married
sincerest
you.
condolences to your wife, future wife,
sorry,
or
Shay.
future ex-wife.
Okay, as a married man, we're gonna take his word for it and say
No,
married
but the
man.
hand doesn't need a ring.
Yeah.
Oh, you want the
Oh,
hand to wear the
oh,
ring,
you
but you
want
don't want to
the
wear the ring.
hand
to
My
wear the
guy,
ring.
the double standard.
I can take her shoelaces or something.
I know. Where
We'll sort shoelaces.
nakhona futhi nje ufuna ngathi yabo wena ojola nami ngathi ngabhala ithathu uthi
You are. And this one was.
own.
I'm so sorry.
Never.
I know, so I'll never do
Never.
that. I'd rather
And
have
then you're
not
gonna
get a
cheat on me
ring
with
and
that,
then do what? And then get a tattoo. Like matching tats,
No,
yeah.
yeah.
Not if we don't want a ring, then that's fine, yeah.
As a
Yes,
married
yeah,
man,
man, that's-
as a married man, I see topic being a lobola and opinion.
Yeah.
As a married man, what do you think Uguti only virgins should be lobola? Or did you
Yeah,
lobola?
that's God.
You didn't lobola?
That's God.
Did you lobola?
And uphenyo Lucille mfethu uzokhipha le statement seqeda ukubhubhudla ingane zabantu
And
ezimithisi. He's a baby mama,
Hey.
5,000
deadbeat. But he
7 kids, bro.
7.
no, not to all 7. I think there's a few that he supports.
No. But he's a baby daddy though.
Oh, he is. He's a baby daddy to
Mara,
like
baby
7.
daddy,
Virgins are the
Elizabeth.
only ones that should be
So he
lobola.
wants to marry a virgin now.
So
He's
what about?
saying. That's the only person he deems worthy of marriage. That means he wants to marry a virgin.
Wait.
So
Is
about
he
his
Swati?
baby mamas.
No, I think Penel is Zulu if I'm not mistaken.
No,
I don't know.
some pig.
How?
Some pig. Hey, as now penrate.
Don't do that. Guys,
I've seen
it's so
that.
unfortunate. Do you know, when it comes to some of his stances, I do agree with him. Not this one though.
I've
No,
never
you
agreed
know,
with
do you know
though.
what he once joined the Afri
Forum.
Forum?
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. I've
Some
never
pig.
agreed with him.
What's that?
Ah.
Watch
No,
the
explain
news.
it for the slow people.
Watch the news. The
Watch the
AfriForum
news.
is an organization ran by Afrikaners, if I'm not mistaken, that they stand for the rights of the Afrikaners of this country. Right? They're the ones who caused us to be sanctioned by Trump because they
Trump.
told them Musi we're taking their land without.
You know why I say I
compensation.
agree? There's one video, I think 2 videos that are about. You see, if you go to his podcast,
And a black nigga joined this.
Lapek Trineni, he had this conversation with this
Coconut.
lady, and they were talking
It's like a
about
black man
feminism
joining
and
DA.
masculinity.
Yeah.
His stance on that, I hear it. I may not fully agree with it, but I hear it.
No, nigga.
On masculinity and femininity.
I would never agree with him.
What's his stand?
But I feel like ungamvaleli ngaphandle ngoba vele
Yeah.
ngiyabheda, but sometimes when you
Sometimes
actually
it do
listen
make
to what he
sense.
says, it does make sense.
yeah, it does.
What did he say?
It's like
He was talking about how men are becoming feminine these days.
True.
Becoming
Becoming
Feminine.
feminine.
or were they always feminine?
They
but
were
they were
always
just forced to
feminine
hide
shaped.
it.
Nah, but
No.
in some aspects, if you compare men in the olden days, the way they valued women in the olden days.
They
didn't.
shouldn't. They didn't.
No,
They did.
wait,
You were never
guys.
valued.
they did.
How do I explain
No.
this? How do I
They
put
did.
this?
Saying
I know
I
there has
see.
been some inequality, inconsistency.
It was just a matter
but
of tough love.
women's roles were valued. Like what women did, it wasn't you deserve to be in the kitchen. It was appreciated. That's why what? But still, it was appreciated back then. It's okay. Umfazi, uma engekho umfazi, endlini vele akhambi kahle.
Kuyavakala, yeah.
Now men are like,
They
No,
think
you don't
women are
care.
for cooking.
But men have been feminine for
That's why you don't eat,
since the
nigga.
beginning
That's
of
why you
time.
don't eat.
yo.
No, I don't need a woman to eat.
So I wonder how
I
if
don't.
we were to put Wandi, if we were to put Wandi and Penuel in the same room and have Penuel say that to her, how do you think she would take that? Because Wandi from
For the first time,
do
the one who alojola ngo 600,
Who?
the one who alojola ngo 600, because she was a
600,000 or
I
600
bet
rand.
rand.
You can't blame me for not watching My Body, My Choice.
I also
Come on
never
now.
watched that.
Like, how am I supposed to know who Wendy is? Come on
I
now.
also never watched that. I just know that video. Uthini, you worried about me now?
How
Oh,
damaged
yeah.
was she?
She's in Nigeria, though.
Sorry.
She's dead, Manje.
Ngiyabuza uthini lo?
Our class.
Ngiyabuza uthini.
Yeah,
Uthi
but
Hector, how
600
damaged
is
was she to be lobola by
crazy.
600?
You think Lobola is about damage?
600 is crazy.
Okay, but
But that's not
600
what
is
Lobola
crazy.
about there. Okay, yeah.
But,
But
like-
she agreed. Her family agreed.
That's what, yeah,
I
I don't.
She's,
Wait,
she's
is she
desperate.
rich or something?
Do you know what people are saying?
She does have money
People are-
from OnlyFans and
Only
You see, people. That's what people are saying. They're associating the fact that Leo 600 is sufficient because
even
she's been
she
around.
said it herself. Because when people asked her, what would you agree with Lobolwe ngo 600? So you guys know my past.
So?
Yeah.
I would never.
I don't
Listen,
think. I
As
feel
long
like
as
that.
it's still tight, it's still workable.
That thing is a
Period.
muscle, man. It can go back and.
That does not matter.
It
The fact
does.
that
She probably makes more money than the dude, bro.
She said
it does not,
billionaire's wife.
it
so
does
I
not
don't-
matter.
Maybe in
What matters
narrative.
is how she makes that money.
Why do you care?
No.
But why should
I can't be marrying someone that every other nigga has
passed.
seen
Has,
naked.
has every
Passed.
other woman not seen you?
see you naked?
No.
Ooh.
No.
Side eye.
How can you
Have
prove
you
that?
seen me
Wait,
naked?
wait,
Have you seen me naked?
go Sonny, go Sonny.
Exactly.
Go
That's
Sonny.
my point.
But the thing is, how can you prove that? How can you prove that no other, like a lot of women haven't seen you naked? And how can you, okay, with her, because it's on
With her,
the internet.
it's obvious. It's on the internet.
But that shouldn't be
Men-
associated with the lobola yake.
Yeah.
Men-
How is that?
men
a
Are you saying her
body
value?
counts of
No,
like
Because
no,
she's
no.
gonna-
Think about it like this. Think about it like this. When you have a kid, before you get lobola, the price you pay for lobola decreases.
It shouldn't.
It
No,
shouldn't.
it decreases because
It does,
you lose
yeah.
value
Yeah.
after having a kid.
Sorry? Yo. I
No,
Tamar.
I wouldn't say we lose value. I'd say you guys
Tamara.
stop seeing it. Because it's not like she's going to cook less. It's not like she's going to clean less.
She's
Do
gonna
your laundry any
do
less.
less
Amen.
wife duties. Because of thing.
Yeah, but your
So she's like-
body loses value.
Sorry?
man.
You act as
Like
if...
every time you have a kid, especially out of wedlock, it just shows you bad decisions.
No! What?
It's bad decisions.
Yeah.
Bad decision making skills. You can't have it.
Can I hold your hand when I
How
tell you
can
this?
men
Okay,
with
imagine
kids?
Upenwell no 7 kids. Does that mean he
Shouldn't I have very-
When you guys
Seven
have kids
times.
out of wedlock, is it also a bad decision?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's stupidity.
But with you, it doesn't
Okay.
follow you the rest of your life, and it doesn't affect you anyhow. With the woman, it must affect her bride
because
price.
the baby did not come out of me.
But who made the baby? You. She didn't make
It
the
takes
baby
two to
alone.
tango,
It takes two to tango, my guy.
Takes two
And
to tango.
if we were truly being fair, then if the woman's value decreases, then the man should as well, and you guys should be paying more with the
More.
amount of kids you get.
Yeah.
If you have 7 kids, that means you bringing your wife 7 kids. Pay more money, nigga.
Oh, you're bringing 7 different baby mamas into
Yeah.
your marriage.
She must
'cause
love.
obviously they'll be
Now,
there.
if Penny was to get married
Okay,
now,
yeah, that's valid. I can't
Uba
defend
uzothanda
that.
nengazathi
I can't
Ezo
defend
seven.
that.
Exactly.
ezo-7
But that's insane.
ngasohlula ezo-2 ezo-7
If he has
But
with
so long
ingane,
as
it should
I
increase
can take care of
with
my
ingane.
kids. How?
No,
Why should
it's
the
the same.
price
It applies
increase?
both
So-
to you guys.
Exactly. So
It
if the
applies to
woman can
both
take care of her
female and
kids,
men.
then that means it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. Ayihlangene ukuthi
But she
unengane
won't
in the
need
past.
to take
If
care of
what?
her kids.
Why?
if what?
Because
If-
I'm her
if, like,
husband. I'm the man of the
He'll
house. I'm
take care of
supposed to
his
take care of
kids
everything
in a
in the
marriage.
So
house.
when
So
that
yena
means
afuna
you
ukuthi
agree with the
awarisha about
fact that in
everything.
a relationship, your money is our money, but my money is my money.
Fuck no.
Then what do you mean?
What do you
Fuck
mean?
That
no.
means you're not taking care of anybody's kids, though. Exactly.
You see?
This nigga said this is what he said. He said he should pay less lobola because when you come into the marriage, he's taking care of the kids, right? Because he's the man of the house. So I'm like, okay, so with that mentality, you would agree with the fact that his money, if we were married, his money is our money, my money is my money, and he says no. So then what?
Okay,
what
no.
is
It
man of the
depends.
Why are you
It
saying no to
depends.
that
No,
one?
it depends.
But what happens now if the father of the kids is taking care of those kids?
See?
What if
You
I'm
do
the
not-
mother and I'm
Kuna-
taking care
kuna-
of the kids?
And it's not like without you, those kids are not going to survive.
You see? They survive
Yeah.
without you being there.
Okay, fine.
Guys, so
No.
we're ganging up on him.
Hear me out.
Vele
hear me
mina
out.
ngihlafuna.
Yeah, let's hear him
And I
out.
speak nonsense without thinking. Yo.
Sesimjayelo Hector guys. Okanjena vele.
Yeah,
So,
ngangithathise right. Ngimchela. Yeah, okay, I forgot what I was.
even worse. Even worse.
My guy. Ay.
Oh. Now I remember. When you have a baby out of wedlock, English, the guy is supposed to come and pay damages. What are the damages for?
It's not even.
It's more of I see it
It's
as
damages in terms of Gucci. He
you
damaged
didn't marry.
you.
No.
You didn't marry
You
me.
didn't
No.
marry me before having a
No,
child.
that's not how
It's
it's
like
You see,
maybe it was.
it's called in
explained
inhlawulo.
differently. Yeah, in Taulu.
Uhlawula ingane.
You're
Yeah.
paying damages.
emndenini.
You
No,
pay- now-
emndenini. 'Cause
Uhlawula ingane.
udle esibayeni somunye
You
umuntu.
damaged umunye umuzi, not the woman.
Yeah,
Not the woman.
I watched a video, I think earlier today, in the AMs. Meg G said,
Damage the house.
Meg G said, when a woman gets lobolad, whatever comes out of her womb belongs to that household. If Ushate, your surname is what?
Speak.
I'm not calling you that. My best friend's surname is me. I'm not doing that. Yo.
Okay.
When you get married, you lobola your wife, right? If your wife goes outside and cheats, that
Ayakho.
child is of this household because Listen. Listen.
Inganyakho.
Because technically, isibeletho sakhe
Hey.
esakwabo.
Esakwabo.
So whatever comes out of it,
It's
esakwabo.
from- yeah.
So
So
she's a
basically,
child.
I own her.
No.
Not really.
Not
Not
really.
really own her.
It's not owning her.
But whatever she produces, it's like when you buy a machine.
Irresponsibility.
No. Hear me out. You have a farm. You plant your vegetables and everything. When they grow, you get your harvesting is
Yes.
your veggies.
Yes.
You own the land.
Yes.
Does not apply.
But you cannot. That's now when you're putting in the human factor into it. You can't own a
Yeah,
human
that's
being.
why I say I don't
Yeah.
like analogies
You
that
see-
dehumanize women.
You-
like
Yeah.
the
You
lock and
can't
key
own a
thing,
human
hate
being.
that.
I told you, there's no filter between my brain and my mouth.
That's it.
Don't take me
The
seriously.
thing is, whatever comes out of that womb belongs to
To
your household.
and that means it
Technically,
belongs to
if
me.
Yeah.
if you
And that means I
your
own that
the,
womb.
the thing is,
No.
your own household does not belong to you. You inherited it.
You
It's not
inherited
yours.
it.
It's, you
It's
didn't
not
How?
yours.
you were
totally.
born into it. You didn't work for it.
You didn't work for the
It's not
name.
like going out and buying a car. That you can own.
Yeah.
No, my
Uhambile
household, I
wayoyisebenzela.
built the house.
What house did you build? It's your father's house, his father before that. Household,
Why
we're not
the
talking
fuck
about.
would I live in my father's house?
Household, we're not talking about a
Ancestral.
physical
Ancestral.
structure. Yeah, we're not talking about a physical structure. It's more.
It's Bobo, your surname.
The lineage.
Oh, okay.
Exactly. So her womb belongs to.
Fuck no! Oh hell no! Never. So you're telling me no. In that scenario, if my hand were to go and cheat, but
Yeah,
babe,
that's what.
no.
Yeah, it's your
That's
child.
basically that's what they say.
It's your
Ichazi,
child.
Nkosi
No,
Ichazi.
inganyakho leyo.
It chances
accept.
when you don't know when you find out later.
Yeah.
And also,
So
here's the thing.
wait. So you'd expect me to stay after I found out Kutsi she cheated?
Yes.
Women stay when you guys cheat.
You must just
She
play.
cheated
No,
and got
wait,
pregnant.
Hector.
You
It's not
impregnant.
Hector,
Say for that.
Kusakana
Fuck
bengeni.
that.
You impregnant outside. You impregnant outside,
pray
and the woman
together
accepts
for
the
what
baby.
the devil
No.
was
You even
saying.
raise families for years without the woman knowing.
You see?
No, my Tina, we suffering for my sins. I'm a man.
No,
We're
you're not
Amakrot
suffering
man.
from anything.
So what are we
The
suffering
devil
from?
comes to the marriage. Niyathandaza. Ikhona ingane
The
ngiyasilahle.
devil.
Niyathandaza. The devil comes.
But the whole concept yoklawula, from my understanding, it's basically saying you impregnated someone out of wedlock. That womb does not belong to that family, to your family,
Yeah.
but that child is yours.
Yeah.
So uyohlawula uyoyicela
Uyayicela
ingane.
ingane ukuthi
Uyavuma ukuthi yes angimshadanga, but ingane ayize ngala. Because
Yeah,
ingane
once
is
wahlawula.
from that is what I know. Not ukuthi you damaged the woman.
No.
The woman can still give birth after giving birth to that one, to another man also.
To another man.
What damage have you
Not
caused? You're not that important.
The important thing is the child. Lo oyilethe emhlabeni.
Yo, I need a meals, Shem.
You need all meals like how, Baje?
Because you're like hanging up on me. Now
We're
I can't
not
even
ganging
think.
up on you.
Oh,
We're
wait, actually,
educating you.
if a nigga is gonna be a house husband, does he have to lobola? And does
Or
he have
does
to
she
hlaula?
have to lobola?
And does he have to hlaula? Okay, wait,
No, I
actually,
have
if
to-
you're
I-
considering lobola, then hlaula is not. But does he have to lobola if he's going to be a house husband?
Yes.
Who has to lobola in that scenario?
You know,
does
the
he have
man.
to lobola or does
The
she
man.
have to lobola?
It can go
man.
both ways, Nim. If me and because I kind of had this concept as a child, which I wanted to marry a guy into my surname because I wanted to, because my dad doesn't have a son.
Yeah.
So I wanted to be the one also kubekisbong.
Yeah.
I wanted to marry a guy. He's gonna be my wife.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
he's gonna be a house husband. He's gonna be my wife.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
every child we produce is gonna be my my surname, like my dad's surname. So Kubekisbong. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
No nigga will agree to that.
Niggas will.
Unless they're foreigners.
What kind
and
of a
they
childhood
want a
must you have
green
had
card
to
or
come up with that
something.
conclusion? It's an interesting one.
Okay, if you're
No one was cussing. Oh, yes,
Hey,
it's
ilobola, guys, is not a one-way transaction.
not a.
It's not a one-way transaction.
yeah.
That's why you can't say who lobolas who if someone's gonna be a house what. Because it's not like in one way someone pays lobola, that's it. There's a whole ceremony of everything where
Yeah.
a guy goes to the woman's home, he pays lobola, the woman brings gifts to the
Remember,
guy's home, yabo. You know,
Yabo.
where the woman
Personally,
has responsibilities as well.
Me, personally, I like traditional niggas. Oh, I love my Zulu men. Oh my gosh. Cultured Zulu men, but also modern, right? So I wouldn't mind the whole
Why do I
concept
feel
of...
like you're talking about VN?
God forbid. I rebuke it.
It's not cultural. He doesn't know culture that well.
I like cultured
He's
niggas. So
misinformed.
with me, and I have a very tricky family dynamic. I have 3 parents.
Wait.
I have a mom.
Oh, okay.
I have her sperm donor, and then there's my dad. My dad raised me, so it's only ideally with ilobola again, right?
Yeah.
But my mom also raised me. So now I part of the lobola. But now sperm donor, there's nothing he can do. He made peace with the fact that he only came into my life saying him tala. You see, but the thing is, because of the family dynamic that I have, one side of the family might not be fair to the other. So I'd rather not have monetary exchange. If kuzothengwa inkomo and inkomo it's 100k, ekhaya bakhipha 50k, ngibomchitha bakhipha 50k. Because the essence of the thing is to hlanganisa them dennies, not a money-making scheme for the other one.
Yeah, okay, but then how do you continue the ceremony then? Because
That's another thing. Ekhaya, they are staunch Christians. And I always question, every time we're having these conversations, I ask them, how do you want to do a traditional custom that is only convenient for you guys, but you don't want to do the others? They're saying they don't slaughter, they don't do 1, 2, 3, 4, but you want the whole lobola ceremony. That doesn't make sense for me. You see, so if you're going to do it the staunch Christian way, let's do it the staunch Christian way. If we're going to do it traditionally, because if I was to date a guy or get married to a guy that is a Zulu nigga that is completely traditional, in young and everything, umsebenzi kuyomele wenziwe kuphi ngababa ekhaya kuyomele bahlabe. And if they say no, we don't do that, then don't get the money back.
For real. Yeah, but yeah, that Christian thing is very deep.
Yeah.
Because
You see?
people be like, we don't believe in ancestors. Then
Let's think when to
lobola.
Lobola.
For me, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
Rather, because I don't even want isn't the Sabo white wedding. I mean, I'll give it young home affairs done.
Man.
We can
Isn't
have
it
like a
supposed
small
to be
celebration.
Le mali ya Amalobolo is
the
also
one that-
used for the wedding.
Now, yes.
Now, yes.
Now, yes.
So
But
what
I don't even
happened to
want
the
a
one
wedding.
was 600?
Express,
I don't know, hey.
Okay, I don't
She
mean
didn't
this in
have
a
a
bad
wedding.
way, but
Just-
why would you marry
marriage certificate, like 600.
Yeah.
That's it. Marriage certificate. That's it.
no,
Yeah,
but
for me,
why would you
lobola-
marry what is she Gambe?
One day.
OF model.
Yeah, a OF a thingy model or
Uyamthanda phela.
Prostitute.
I
it's
think
like
it's a
marrying
business
a porn
transaction.
star or a prostitute. Like,
Uyamthanda. Uyamthanda.
What's
Enze njani? Phela inhliziyo
Work is work.
yazikhethela.
Work
you
is
don't
work.
value yourself.
What?
Why?
Why are you associating a woman's value to
Her job.
Yes, I understand it's not exactly
Ideal.
morally
Yeah.
janjan, but that doesn't mean Gucci she's
Think
gonna
about
be
the
any
kids.
less of a woman.
What
about
about the
them?
kids? the kids?
What
How
about
the
them?
fuck are the kids supposed to look at their mom?
As a mother who
No,
hustles.
no.
How will they
No,
have
wait,
access
wait,
to those things
wait,
in the first
listen,
place?
listen.
Anita?
Okay.
The
It's on the
internet.
internet. It's on the internet.
Okay.
Maya, you have kids in primary watching porn.
Yeah.
That's whose fault? That's not her fault.
Man,
No.
Let him learn.
You have kids in primary watching porn. Let's say she has a son. The son is gonna be very curious.
Real.
Imagine he sees his mom like that,
And
being threesomed or whatever.
And?
And
How is he supposed to respect his mom? How is he supposed to
okay.
look at his mom?
why is his respect
Fine.
associated with his mother's
sex.
sexual orientation?
yeah.
Exactly. Why? What does it have to do with it?
So when you don't respect your mom because
You telling me
to
your
get here, your mom had to have sex.
and your mom, I'm pretty
So you
sure
don't
Maya
respect
shut
her.
I
babako.
have never seen her.
Many
having
people have
sex.
seen their parents having sex though. So should they?
Mina
have
ngabona
Yeah,
nge
that's
mistake, Chon. I was
traumatic.
like, how old was I? I think 5. Ngabona and ngangiphapha ngingena ekamereni. Ngangiphapha ngingena ekamereni ngephutha. Then he was like,
Yeah,
Mama, what are you doing? I actually stopped them good
But
way.
that's traumatic though.
I think that's when they made my bride.
like,
It is traumatic, but it's life, my guy.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
kids
life.
are not meant to see that, but that doesn't mean that you should respect your mother any less just because
Exactly.
you saw her in that.
'Cause
Does it make her any less of a mother?
Exactly. That kid is probably going to private schools, pulling up to schools in a band. You feel?
Okay, no, it does not make her any less of a mother,
Exactly. So I must have value.
but that kid will go through a lot. 'Cause
Kids go through a lot regardless.
We go
No.
through a lot regardless.
Okay.
Maya, he's gonna be bullied because of that.
Wehector soyibona wena nengane yakho ebhulishayo uyabona manje siphethe into ezinzima ke manje yebo leyo nto. Hi. We're good thanks. Asemuhle.
He's so sweet. I just have this situation, so I was just telling him the angles.
Okay.
I got cool. I have a cold.
Oh, skis.
Babies, please forgive me. I call my babies babies.
Don't worry about it.
Even if you're younger than me, you're my baby.
Oh, okay.
You're like 20 years younger.
Guys, yabo sinphathele cream de la creme. Yabo about 10 plus 10 minus nothing.
Lalela.
Yeah, guys.
So sweet.
Guys,
Chamulu.
oh my gosh.
I am flattered.
Thank you
I
so
have a
much.
terrible cold, so
Uh-huh.
I'm hoping I'm fageli, but I took my meds, so
We survivors.
yeah, I just had to show up for you, and I apologize.
Oh, don't worry about it. As long as you're here, tuan, better
Let
than
them
never.
never.
Never late is better.
Exactly. So I think let me just go ahead and let the people know who you are, right? Just to introduce to you guys, this is Hleli Neshanda Pai Elinjan la yabo. Please meet Usis Noctula Tuzi Mabena, right? So Usis Noctula is affectionately known as Utuzi. We're gonna call you Sis Tuzi, right? She is a passionate communications and empathy coach with a knack for connecting with people. Yabo njengathi so yabo. She is a proud alumni of the University of the Free State, and she spent over a decade shaping impactful narratives as a senior communications officer in government, right? Her influence does not just stop there, guys. It keeps on going. Yabo. She's a freelance facilitator, and she brings expertise in strategic management and leadership development to organizations, right? Lalelan. I think you're in Sugume for Lena, right? She's a guiding executive. She guides executives through leadership journeys and sparks aha moments. Again.
You see, we were
Okay, guys,
captivated.
And she does that in youth mind. So really our target my kids. The Yap squad. Her approach has always been heartfelt and very much dynamic, and she's a natural mentor and thrives in conversations about life, purpose, and personal growth, especially with our fellow Yappers, the youth.
My baby.
Yes, she inspires others and wears her most cherished titles with pride. She's a mother, a wife, and a true music lover. Her playlist, exactly. Her playlist is a vibrant mix of old school kwaito and classics with beats of hip hop legends. Okay. And these rhythms fuel her spirits and remind her of the joyful moments in life, right? That's some shining is
So beautiful. Thank you.
How are you, Sis Susie?
I am good, and how are you, my baby?
We are awesome.
Yeah.
La, tell no Lou,
All right,
right?
Lou.
I think I should let
Yeah, okay.
the people intro.
Mina Avela. Hi, Avela.
Oh, I mean, I'm Hector.
Hi, Hector. Hi, Amashe. And Lou, right?
And Lou, yes.
All right.
Ish,
Right,
right.
Thank you for having me.
Oh, thank you so much for coming.
How? I should be the one who's nervous. I mean, I've been watching your guys' podcast. Like one thing about me, I follow our local podcasts. Like that's one thing. Like, and I enjoy it. I love the way you interact amongst yourselves. You give each other that respect. You give the other a chance to air their views.
You know, I love the respectful manner in which you do it, which, you know, some of us who are older than you guys can learn a thing or two from the way you guys handled this. So I'm super proud of you. I'm super proud of you.
Thank you so
I'm
much.
the nervous one.
Thank you so much. That means that means a lot.
Yes.
So you actually found us like Penekan talking about Ilobola, and we were talking about Indabema house husbands, I think. Right?
Talking about, you know, how it relates to our culture specifically.
Yeah.
You know, we all different cultures here, I think, mostly. So, I mean, to continue, maybe we could give you a chance to maybe tell us, in your culture, what are the processes and, you know, what's appropriate. Because, you know, I know with Zulu, it's mostly an exchange between the families. We see you guys are introducing your ancestors to each other, but some people think you're buying a wife.
Yeah.
And now you own that person, and, you know, maybe you could tell us a bit more in your
You know,
culture.
I love the way you put it. I'm no cultural expert. I think let me put that disclaimer. But I love the way you put it. Is that Amalobolo, the way I see it, is that it's the merging or coming together of two families, and they are brought together by these two lovebirds. I call them that. So, in terms of, I wouldn't say in my culture, but in the way that it was done on my side, my husband's family, it was the process of writing the letter, you know, to my father. Then my father informed me of the letter, and then we took it from there. So then my father would have almost daily conversations with me in preparation for that day, because he's the one who set a date. I remember it was December. So then there's Abakongi, you know, my husband's family, and then they met my family. So the very first time was the merging of the families. And then what I also learned is that even because there's a scriber there. I remember my big brother, Pati Sizo, was the scriber. He's the artist of the family. So then he was scribing like the minutes in terms of guti kukhulunywe loku naloku naloku, and then they all had to sign abakongi who were there in terms of the dowry, which is the money that is paid. And so then I received that. Yeah, and they did that whole process of Guti, Stella Pume, Simbone. But because my sisters were busy, you know, doing everything else, unfortunately I didn't have that experience in Gugu, which I thought I was looking forward to that.
Yes. Wrong.
Yeah, but exactly.
What happens if I get it wrong?
They get fined. That's how I understand it. They get fined.
It's
But with
not
me,
pity
I
you
didn't
can marry
get
the other
that.
person.
When you choose whoever you choose, you marry.
Oh no! Oh, that would be something
Imagine
else. We'd have serious issues. You know, so with me, then my sisters and my cousins, they were all helping around, so they were busy. So I just had to show up on my own. But there was a twist to this, because what's funny is that my youngest brother, like my baby brother, he was one of like the representatives of the family. So I know him as this, you know, sweetheart, like my baby, my teddy bear. And then he became this, because all of a sudden he's asking like, Nyamaz, I'm standing there, and I'm like, wait, where's this? And mind you, I'm like 11 years older than him. So I'm like, okay, and then they're saying siyamfanisa, because apparently they are not supposed to say outright goodbye angas, because the question is nimazelaphi. Then they get fined as well.
But why is that wrong?
So I think it's that thing your hlonipha, because in our culture, remember neindaba zomjolo nanani siyazihloniphisa and like that. That's why back in the day, you know, when my aunts and uncles were dating, because it was a way to show respect. So I think if they were to outright say no, simazi kahle, then that becomes a problem, because it goes back to that element in hlonipho, which I think in our culture, which the black community, is very, very, very important. So it was exciting. Then they came back, bazoqedelela. So with the first date, then they said, okay, he paid, they took out whatever they could, they agreed on an amount, and then they set a date for March. So they came back in March, bazoqedelela, then ngambathiswa, so ngambathiswa itshali lami, iduku lami, Okay, even my ring, the engagement ring, yes.
Not
But
that
funny,
important.
funny. You know what's funny with the ring, nejali, nedugu, ne? Because nangumdebel. So ubabumkhulu wami, he's a very strict man, but he's the comedian of the family, but he's strict. So then, yeah, not December. Imagine Kshisanchad, right? I had to wear idugu, right? Which I love idugu. That's one. But I had to wear ichali. And not just the cute ones becoming Mrs. No. That one I only wore in
thick
March.
ones.
Yeah, the thick ones. Not the Ndebele ones, but
December.
ichali.
Yeah,
Yabo ichali,
ichali,
yes.
yeah.
December.
Yeah,
Yes. Exactly. So then, even to work that whole month, I had to wear that because I was working on December, right? Nedugu, and then when my what is it? My uncle, Babamkhulu. What is Babamkhulu in English?
Uncle.
Okay, my uncle. Yeah. So when that's another word. So when Ubabumkhulu then explained it to me, he just said because the family, the Dagume family, that's my husband, the Dagume family, they've already shown interest.
Okay.
So yeah, namagang batisa lejali nedugu ngenkani was so that even if there were other potentials, babone ukuthi brigi. Yeah,
the
so
symbol.
that's when, yes, it's symbolic. So, because I asked him, I'm like, why? Because askakatele. Then he explained it. So then there are also other processes. I'm a shabi, so it's
okay.
nembe. So there are all those processes that within our culture. So, in for example, in my case, it's for me. Once the lobolas were done, I considered myself a married woman.
Oh, yes.
Because I'm more of an I follow more African customs.
Customary law.
Yeah,
right.
so
Okay.
then the civil union was just a matter of Guti Sibenayo, that contract. Because at the end of the day, it is that agreement, it's a contract that you both sign and you have witnesses. Like in my case, I had my mother-in-law, Vito Wami, there.
Oh, okay.
Yes,
Okay.
and my dad.
Oh,
So
okay.
they came and right here, hold my face.
Oh, no.
We're there. Yes, I was wearing my heels, looking cute, you know.
During this whole process, did you wish you could be there to say hey, bo, new son lobola,
Yeah, like the bride price.
You know, I think based on the conversations I'd have with my dad, because he was so open with me.
Oh, okay.
My dad would literally ask me around, how much. But then what I did, I then left it up to him. So when the figures came, unfortunately I can't mention the amount, but when the figures came, it made sense to me, even to my partner. It made sense, and I'm daddy's girl. I'm daddy's
600.
girl through and
Yeah, the
through.
600 mix.
So since Susie, there was this other conversation that we had. There was a girl, Olojoling is 600. Because of her profession, people are saying.
What profession?
That
Only
other one.
fans.
You see, yeah.
the
So now
free
people are
spirit.
associating that to say, "Iyamfanela ngoba it's 600," and we're like, no, maybe 600. She was okay with it, but it shouldn't just be because of a profession, because it doesn't take away from the value she has as a woman.
100%.
Right?
Yeah. 100%. I agree with that. Because
heard-
the reality is that everyone has a history.
True.
It's just that some people's history is there out there in the open. Everyone has skeletons.
True.
So I agree with the point that you're saying, Guti. Okay, she might have agreed with 600 rand. To each their own. I mean,
Exactly.
Yeah.
but I don't think then we need to judge based on the profession.
Exactly.
Because if we were all okay, you guys are still young, so but some of us our age, if we were to sit down and they say megala, shutis baning is about 600, even 200.
Even the ones our
we've been
age,
real.
our.
Even some.
And speaking of allocating goods, okay, about 200 and whatnot, what do you actually think goes into the whole aspect of considering ukuthi imali engaka ifanele umuntu? Is it because of the qualifications anawo? Is it because abanangane? Is it because what else would it be? Maybe your professional status?
Yeah.
What do you think? Do you think that value should be associated with the type of things that the person has, or is it what the person can do and what their partner saw in them?
That's a good question, And you know what I always say when it comes to those kind of situations? I always start with to each their own, right? Because I feel like it lies with the family, especially in this case, the father and the uncles, because they know the amount of work they've put into building this presentable woman. You know, this woman, and she went to varsity, whether even if she didn't go, because you might find that she didn't go to varsity, but she made a name for herself. You know, so I mean, I believe that then the prerogative is up to the parents or the father in this case.
Prerogative.
Yeah. So I just believe that, but I always go back to each their own, live and let live.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
You know what, Sis Susie, thank you so much for coming through. We'd wish to have you again some other time whenever you can. And yabo sebezoshaya manje abaphathi bethu ke manje. Ngesikhathi vele sesiyahamba moya siya.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. Don't you forget, share, like, subscribe, and comment. Because even though this video ends here today, doesn't mean the conversation should. We'd like to see those comments in the comment section. And sihleli lana
Coyotes
and don't forget to catch us on the Soft Network. We are Stay Talking every Wednesday, 5 p.m. We are also next go 5 and first. Tune in, share, get your friends, your mother's friends, get them to like, and let us know what your culture does in terms of Amalobolo and whatnot. Peace. Period.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.